Brad's got exciting XRP news and I'm gonna share it with you. We'll talk price action along with gold. Did the bubble just pop and will that money flow into crypto? Speaking of crypto, ETH is struggling at 2,000. What about Solana, XRP, and
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I have been a very naughty boy, so if you stick around to the end of the video, you're not only going to see how naughty, but I bet you're going to get the biggest laugh of the week. Before we get into the hot crypto news, what Brad's got to say, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant, maybe I'll share it beginning of the next video. NJF says, can we add lights and sirens to your background when there is big news? I think a gold scored in a hockey game would be cool. Go wild. No. Let's go Hawks. I'm a Kane, Taves, Chelios, little Ed Belfour fan. I got an idea. What about this? If I've got big news, you know who's going to help me out? Patrick Starr. That's right. If we got big news, it's going to be wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Coconutty says, Klaus, thank you for being a stud with the biggest nuts. You not only bring laughter, but the actual info we need to hear. The reason I bring a lot of laughter and humor with this is because you know as well as I do, finance stuff can be really boring. So that's why I gotta spice it up with humor. And not only the poop that these other crypto YouTubers pump out here for views, Papa John's ain't stopping your growth, bro. That's right. Bringing the news good, bad, happy, or sad. Bitcoin's sitting at 95,260. Look, I want BTC to hit the 100,000 mark to start moving the market because ETH sure as hell ain't gonna do it. ETH's struggling to maintain 1,800 right now. What a laggard. XRP at 219, well, 360. I couldn't say that. I'm going to leave that in because I make mistakes. Now you know I want to get the surgery because I do have some problems talking. A little bit of nerve issues going on. Sui at 361, while BNB's at 603. XLM at 28.5, while H-bar's at 19.7. See, I got no problem making fun of myself. Gold is dead. Bitcoin moves, says billionaire Tim Draper. This is what he said. Gold just sits there. Bitcoin is borderless, permissionless, and programmable. You can't buy coffee with gold, but with Bitcoin you can without banks, inflation, or friction. That's what the billionaire said. Yeah, but guess what? You make computer chips with gold. You shield stuff in space with gold. You use gold for a whole bunch of things. I've never seen anyone make Bitcoin jewelry. I'm wearing gold jewelry. I've never seen any pimps on the streets with a Bitcoin tooth. No, but I've seen them with gold teeth. Dude, there's a lot of reasons to use gold out there. Gold actually has like an industry. Bitcoin is a store of value play. So Draper, you're just a BTC maxi. Now that being said, people are like, yo, did the gold bubble pop? I'm not saying that the gold bubble popped. What I am telling you is this. The market hit 3,500 and a whole bunch of traders out there took profits. What do I always tell you? You can't go broke if you take profits. And that's fact. So that's what a lot of players in the gold market did. Got the gold chart up on the screen. Everything you see in this video and all my other ones, they're linked in the description below. Okay, they're talking about, oh, gold is dead, girlfriend. All right, let's zoom out to the 1 month chart. Does that 1 month chart show you that gold's dead? How about the 3 month chart? Let's go to the 6 month chart. How about the 1 year chart? Let's go to the 5. Does that chart look like it's dead? Girlfriend, no. So what's happening here is you got my man, Tim Draper, who loves BTC and wants more money to flow into BTC. He's trying to throw shade at gold. So you got to remember the author. Tim loves BTC, hates gold. Tim wants his BTC to pump just like Michael Saylor, so he's throwing shade. I'm sharing this with you because I bring you points of view from all sides. Let's keep learning. Is Ethereum dead? Chart shows the key ETH price to watch. Look, I don't want to go too deep into the ETH charts, but what I want to share with you is this. ETH is really struggled, everyone. I mean, like, really struggled. In fact, watch this, okay? I'm going to bring up the ETH chart, all right? And I'm going to bring this up for the 1 year. That's not a good 1 year chart. Let's go to the gold chart, and let's look at the 1 year. Okay, juicy booty, we're going to the strip club. Okay, let's go back to that ETH chart, all right? Yeah, we're not going to the strip club. Strip club, poorhouse. Strip club, poorhouse. Okay, now watch. Let's compare ETH to XRP. Okay, ETH is in blue. XRP is in salmon colored. By the way, happy Friday to you all. Oh, and if you're like, but bro, it's Saturday. Well, that's your fault for not hitting the notification bell. Don't blame me. No, it's Friday. So, check it out. ETH in blue, not doing much. XRP, juice-a-roni. Let's compare ETH to Bitcoin. Okay? Oh, that's not good. Bitcoin in the salmon color. ETH. See what I'm saying? ETH is really struggling. ETH is not being hot, spicy, naughty, or relevant. No, it's not. BTC stole the thunder. Now watch this. Watch this. We're going to go even further. Okay, this is where the learning happens. Okay? All right. Remember when I showed you these ETF inflow, outflow charteronis? Okay, do you notice there's some big orange bars? See these little blue slices down here? That's the ETH portion of it. Okay? So like, for instance, this big bar right here had $912 million worth of BTC inflows and only 38 million worth of ETH inflows. ETH has really struggled to garner institutional adoption like BTC has. In fact, if you go to the 1 year chart, it's dominated by BTC. Like for real, it is dominated by BTC. So in terms of ETH, look, we're hanging out here right now and we're 25th of April. And ETH is struggling. I mean, ETH is really, really struggling. In fact, if we go all the way back to us, watch this. Let's just go right back up here. Let's just refresh everything, okay? Let's go up to here. Let's put ETH back in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go to the 1 year. And again, I'm going to show you something. Look at this. The November pumperoni time with Trump, ETH went from 23.97. Hold up. Listen to this. 23.97 up to 4,000 and has eroded a ton to 1,700. Wait, whoa. Did you hear what I just said? We are less right now than where we were for the November pumperoni with Trump. Look at the XRP chart for 1 year. We are way above where we were before the November pumperoni. Go to ETH, we're way below where we were for the November. So you're telling me since the Trump pumperoni, players out there, bigs out there, pumped up ETH from 2,400 to 4,000, dumped the ever-living shit out of it more than 50%? Yes. XRP's maintained. So a big problem we have in the market is a lot of players are looking at ETH going, yo, it's dead. They're going BTC or they're going alts. They're just skipping ETH. Big news, Ripple Cardano partnership. I'm going to touch on this a little bit. They're talking about wallets and XRP, Cardano, compatibility and stuff like this. How do you feel? Is this just going to be like a marketing ploy and nothing burger? I mean, is this going to really drive anything price-wise? When I look at the charts when you hear these announcements, I don't see any direct price correlation. Right now, ADA down, XRP down a little bit. I don't see direct correlation with the news on this. So it's really hard for me to sit here and go, okay, cool. ADA, XRP, Cardano, Ripple, yeah, this is juicy McBooty. No, I don't see much price correlation. But bro, utility, I know. But then I come back to you and I say, but bro, the charts tell me there's no juice related to this. So I don't know. Convince me down below. Seriously, convince me down below that the Cardano Ripple thing is going to be big. Solana sell-off risk fades. That's right, because like I shared with you, people are leaving ETH and they're picking different things. Brad's excited because now 20 million users are one tap away from getting XRP. Whoa, what did you just say, Klaus? Yeah, that's right. 20 million users are now one tap away from buying XRP. Bring you the juice. Yeah, I bring you the juice. How cool is this? As reported by CoinPost, XRP has become available for trading on Mercoin, a platform operated by Mercari, Japan's largest resale marketplace. According to Emma Yoshikawa, the listing provides access to XRP to over 20 million monthly active users, allowing them to trade XRP using existing balances, points, or bank transfers, starting from just 1 Japanese yen. That is freaking cool. Now listen to this. This is all about progression, right? Bank transfers, points, balances. Listen. March 2023, they started with Bitcoin. Then they added ETH in May 2024. Now, in 2 years, they're adding XRP. They had 3 million users, and now they're at 20 million a month. How freaking awesome is that? Now, that's directly good news. Why? Because, like, that's actual trading. That's people that can actually buy XRP. Juicy good news. Let's go to what Brad said right here, okay? While overdue in a bunch of ways, this is incredibly important and an exciting step in the continued growth of the XRP market. He's talking about the CME group. Now, I get it. This is settled by cash. Okay? Not direct in terms of putting pressure on XRP, but it keeps XRP relevant. The SEC case did not directly help out the price of XRP by putting a supply and demand pressure on it. No, but it kept XRP relevant, right? Right? So when you sit here, you have to look at the news events that keep you relevant, the news events that directly relate to price, and the news events that are nothing burgers. Let's look at the bigger market, okay? We already touched on ETFs. You should touch the subscribe button. Thank you very much for doing that. Why? Because we're going to beat Papa John's. And the only way we're going to beat Papa John's is if what, everyone? Is if I start making pizza. No. I'd easily beat Papa John's if I'd start making pizza. I do like their pizza, though. Like, for cheap pizza, I do like their pizza. I like their peppers. And I like their garlic cheese dipping sauce. Just throwing it out there. But I want to beat Papa John's. They got 46,200 subs. We got like 44,300, something like that. XRP directly, look. Support above $2. Like it. Volume, keeping us relevant. Like it. Are we seeing more players out there like CME Group and Coinbase list futures-based products? Yeah, like it. Are there 10 big ETF products that are listed with XRP? Yes. Are there 17 total ETF products listed? Yes. Are there more products listed with XRP than there are any other crypto out there? Yes, and yes. So, Atkins, newly confirmed head of the SEC, get to approving some of this stuff, homeboy, so we can start seeing the effect on the price. Now, in terms of XRP price, yes, support north of 2. Is price going to be boring this weekend? Well, I mean, it depends on the tariff talk. Seriously, that's what the deal is right now. We're all waiting on the tariff talk. Now, I said, look, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a little naughty nugget. But, bro, what about XRP price talk? Look, there's nothing cool until the tariffs happen. I mean, for real. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm not going to waste your time. But I am going to show you this. You ever go on crypto Twitter? And players out there are like, oh, bro, and they comment on stuff, and then all the same people comment on it. It looks just like this. My Twitter information is linked down below, so you can partake in the naughtiness with me. For real, most of crypto Twitter is just a total pat each other on the back circle jerk. Someone posts something on this crypto account, and then this person says, oh, I totally agree, 100% to the moon. Then the same 5 other people say the same thing. Oh, I completely agree. This project is going to melt faces, and it's the same thing back and forth. It's just a bunch of wangs trying to handshake each other with their wangs, and you know what I'm saying. If you hang out with me on crypto Twitter, I've been a naughty boy recently. I thought I'd share it with you. But honestly, it's all about tariffs right now. And that's what we're waiting for. Did a crypto roundtable happen today? Yeah. Is that going to affect price? No. But it is going to have an effect on the information and regs. And that's also going to be happening here over the next several months. Stablecoin regs first, and then we're going to get the rest of the crypto regs. I'm going to keep you updated on that. In terms of what's going to go on this weekend, I'll be honest with you. Putin was a little bit of a naughty boy. Not as naughty as Crypto with Klaus on Twitter, which again, that's linked down below. But Putin was a little naughty boy, and you know what was cool? The market didn't really flinch to that. Yeah, that's really good, because you know, whenever we've had flare-ups, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's a little Russia-Ukraine action, maybe it's the like Israel action, the market reaction usually negative. Why? Because, oh my gosh, we freak out, and then it's volatility, and then it's all this kind of crap. But the market didn't flinch this time. And that's a really, really good sign. Why? Because the market is like, yo, tariffs. That's all we freaking care about right now is tariffs. I know. I'm tired of hearing about it too. But I got to report you the news. So, good news, market didn't freak out with naughty Putin. Bad news, still don't have any action on tariffs. Oh, you stupid motherfucker, bitch. Sorry, I'm talking to tariffs right here. And tariffs. So, when I get news, I'll pass it on to you. And usually if stuff happens on the weekend, it's usually the Koreans pumping the hell out of the crypto market or something bad happened. But I got my green on the background to keep the rally going. What are you doing to keep the rally going? You got your rally hats on? You got your rally drinks on so that every time I say tariff, you... Yeah. Drink essays, chicas, and choo-choo bitches.